I'll be right back.
Cool. Yeah, we're live. Yeah, we're live, ladies and gentlemen. While it's just me in here, how we doing? How we feeling? I mean, this is always to me, like I always say that the day of the team reveal and the lotto is the best day for the Better League every year. This to me is the second best day because everyone is 0-0. Everyone feels like they can do it. Everyone's got juice. Everyone's got motivation. Everyone's got some level of confidence in themselves, their abilities to compete in this Madden, right? No matter what's been going on in other leagues, no matter what's been going on maybe in your MUT games, maybe you haven't played this much Madden. Everyone's got a clean slate going into this one, and users rise, users fall every single time. I am very, very excited to see where the cycle goes. And obviously, once Cody gets back, I'll let him do his preview. But we got some fun games here, ladies and gentlemen. Couple divisional games, couple nice, tight matchups. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I kind of glimpsed what you were saying. I'm back. And we're back in business. I don't know if anyone's here yet. I'm not sure. I can't. Looks like on my end, maybe we're at 0 viewers, so maybe we'll let people find their way in, maybe, and then can do a little.
I gave a whole impassioned speech to no one. That's pretty much what we just did. We're off to a good start.
It's great. Feeling off to just a phenomenal start.
Let's go, baby.
We better have some viewers tonight, or I'm gonna riot.
No, we'll have viewers. The first REDZONE of Madden 24, the first Better League production of Madden 24, we'll have viewers.
Yeah, you'd think.
And it looks like Thursday Night Football is becoming a blowout, so I'm sure people will join us from that.
People are like, all right, well.
Turns out the Eagles are pretty good. Who knew?
Oh, yeah. Hey, it's like I posted it, I think, in the Discord a few days ago. Bill Belichick was, I think, famous for saying, like, the first 4 weeks of the NFL season are like the actual preseason, because it's like preseason only really matters a little, and then it's like, and then the first 4 weeks you really see what what your team has and what you need to change. And I think a lot of teams, Bills, Chiefs, Bengals, Ravens didn't look that good, and Eagles obviously, there's just so many teams just didn't look that great. It's like, yeah, rough week 1.
Yeah, it felt like, even by week 1s, it felt like an especially kind of rough one, and especially a sloppy one. There were a few teams that you can certainly come away being like, oh, they look like contenders early. But even from, like you mentioned, the 3 teams that you expect to be atop the AFC, Bills, Chiefs, Bengals, just a lot of sloppiness and a lot of question marks coming out of week 1. But can't panic. It's an 18-week season.
Yeah, no doubt. We got Lucky and Morty in here right now. That's good. That's great.
Back scare.
That's wonderful.
Washington Brothers, shout out.
Nobody else so far. Highly unfortunate.
It's okay. We play to a small audience here on BLM, but that's okay.
We'll give it a few more minutes, and then we'll get the production rolling, no matter who's here, who's not.
Has anyone gone live yet? Is the question, because I don't see.
Not on my end. Not on my end. They haven't.
They don't want us to see them fail DB battle 15 times. That's probably what this is.
Yeah, that is one wrinkle definitely this year with those. It's like, if you're gonna tell someone yeah, let's play at 10, you need to almost get on at 9:45, because you have to do your training if you haven't yet, like do your mini camp if you haven't yet.
I already know someone's gonna try to fight Justin in the chat because he's
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
he's gonna take a 30-minute shit, then it's gonna take him 30 more minutes to complete his drills. I mean, there's gonna be some salt in the
Yeah.
chat here as Alex
Oh,
just went live.
yeah, Alex is live. Here we go. We can watch him do his drills here. Oh, Vikings touchdown. Sorry. I'm like
Oh,
multitasking. Kirk Cousins was just an absolute bomb to Jordan Addison.
that's what I
Okay,
love to see.
let's well here before I I guess the people don't necessarily need to see Alex doing his wide receiver training here, but ladies and gentlemen, Lucky says that Connor talked to me about Deion McMullen, the 22-year-old quarterback out of FSU.
Heard he's a dog, man. Is lighting up the AFC. Unfortunately, did slip up in the swamp, but that's a minor wrinkle in his on his stature.
Who the hell's Deion McMullen?
I think he's the prospect list just came out right for our first AI class of 24. I think that's who Deion McMullen is.
Wow.
Week 1.
Lucky's already deep in the bag. But ladies and gentlemen, here we are, the first Better League broadcast, Red Zone, with your boy Cody, and of course, the always wonderful, the always beautiful, the always phenomenal, the always loud, Connor Rice. How we doing?
You're definitely right about the loud part. I'm doing great. I mean, I was kind of saying, I'm not sure how much of my little like opening monologue you heard, but I was saying that I always say that the day where we do the lottery and the team reveal to me is like the best day in BL in terms of the content. This to me is the second best day, or at least the best day in terms of competition, because like everyone has a clean slate. Everyone's 0-0 in Madden 24. I know some people have played MUT, some people are in other leagues. That's fine, but where it counts in the better league, everyone's 0-0. So I'm very very excited to see like how much juice everyone has, man. And we've got quite a few exciting games today. So I look forward to it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, this is the league starting, always such an exciting day. I think people are going to start slowly trickling in, as I'm sure there's plenty of people, 10 o'clock, let's load the Xbox up. They've got their game scheduled, or maybe if they haven't got their game scheduled, they're, messaging people in Discord, folks, not Slack. A lot of changes this year. We've got our new ability system. We're in Discord, Neon Sports, whenever EA gets their shiz together. But yeah, I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, you guys did your Better Cast podcast, picked your division winners, your Super Bowl winners. Has anything changed for you personally? I know you picked me, and then we played earlier today and you bodied me. So maybe you want to take that pick back.
Nah, I mean I don't put too much stock in those practice games. We're all trying stuff out. I know you mentioned to me like that was your first time playing with your playbook. I expect, but by the time you're able to kind of like fully get used to things, now I expect you to be far, far better. It's tough to say if anything's changed until we get to the regular season. I will say one guy to look out for, and this is going to sound biased, but like I would say this even if I wasn't biased. Morty to me has looked really, really good. Like we've played each other once. He bodied me. Watched him play, a couple other guys in the preseason. Obviously, in the preseason tournament, he did really well. Was able to beat Tahuti pretty comprehensively. The consistency is a question with him, but I've been really impressed by what I've seen from Morty in this preseason. But obviously, preseason doesn't matter, like you were just saying, like Bill Belichick was just saying. Everyone's 0-0, so let's get it. As Ben just went live too.
Yeah, I see Ben live. The only one we're waiting on there is Alan. But yeah, no, I think it's gonna be really cool. I think I'm very curious to see a few users and how they are. I mean, my own division, I'm very curious. Obviously, Tahuti has been a very consistent user. But maybe is like fallen short here and there in the couple of seasons or a couple of years that he's been back in the better league. And then we've got obviously Austin, and I know Austin and Allen have been like labbing a lot, playing a lot of games together. So like that's gonna be interesting. I know myself, like I've been playing the game, playing MUT, that type of stuff. Haven't been really like getting too sweaty necessarily, just playing the game, trying to get reps in. And Yeah, and then speaking of Allen, Warren, Monk, some of these top guys, interested to see how they do um as well. Just I think there's just a lot of really interesting storylines heading into this season. And for me, I think what's going to be interesting is and this is no question to or no not no question, but no surprise to anyone is just the lack of defense. It like how is that going to play out in these games? Are we going to find some guys that find some good defense, and then people start to kind of replicate what they're doing, or is it just going to be some high scoring affairs, and whoever has the least amount of turnovers ends up winning it or something?
Yeah, like a few, not all of my preseason games, but a few of my preseason games have kind of struck me in a similar way to Madden 22, where it's like first user to get a stop, one singular stop is in a really, really good position moving forward. I don't know. I think defense may be a little bit more viable than Madden 22, but it brings a really interesting dynamic because we already have so many like lethal offensive users. I mean, you just rattled off a lot of names, a lot of guys who know a lot of ways to, beat all the coverages, a lot of ways to move the ball down the field, both through the air and on the ground. Frankly, I don't want to discredit obviously the red first users, being one myself, but a lot of ways to move the ball, and it is going to be interesting to see, like you said, whether eventually a defensive meta comes about that everyone tries to replicate, or whether it's just a pure like talent acquisition. You just need like all those blinkers out there, in which case guys like Jesse are in a really good position. Guys like you can think about all of like the stacked defenses in real life. Maybe it's a little bit of like a team over scheme thing at first, but it's going to be interesting. For me, what I'm going to be looking for is, especially in these first couple of games, is how aggressive are people going to be in terms of sending blitzes? Because you would think, less or a more offensive Madden, as sorry to interrupt myself. Alan said they won't be starting for another 30 minutes, but
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how aggressive people get. If people kind of try to play like kind of almost play roulette in terms of like we're either getting a sack or we're getting bombed downfield, or whether they play bend don't break and hope they can clamp up in the red zone, because there are multiple ways to skin a cat in an offensive Madden if you're trying to get a stop. So we'll see what these guys do.
Yeah. And looks like we've got our first invite getting sent right now, so we'll go ahead and go to the 2 box. I assume this I assume this other game will
we can safely go to the 2 box because the Allen game isn't started for another half hour. So
yeah, we'll go to this
the same thing.
Go to this 2 box because we assume this other Falcons Panthers game will be getting started pretty soon. The Panthers user, just got a trade accepted through with the Ravens user, aka myself. He just got the newly acquired Devin Duvernay. Will be interesting to see how he gets him mixed in. 94 speed, I think. So I was looking ahead at his wide receivers. I think that wide receiver core for the Panthers, outside of maybe one guy, is all like under 90. So I think he was definitely looking for a little bit of speed. So yeah, it should be interesting. But as we got our first game here, Cowboys Giants, Alex versus Cam. What are you thinking, Connor?
I am fascinated by what Cam is going to look like this Madden. I think based on 2 games I've seen of his, one that I played against him, one of his streams that I watched, I think he like low key is figuring things out on offense, where the name of the game with Cam for multiple cycles now has been he's a solid run for, probably the most run first user in the league. I mean, he's happy to throw 10 passes and no more, but the problem is, of those 10 passes, 3 or 4 of them are picks. Like, he just needs to figure out a way. Like, I've always thought that if Cam, and I've said this about a few other users, but I've always thought that if Cam could figure out just a way to have an average passing game, a game that won't kill him, especially against some of these better defensive users, that he could really frustrate people. I don't think he'll ever be a Super Bowl contender, but he could really frustrate people, especially with this Giants team that has, Saquon Barkley, a really nice kind of defensive front 7. So I'm fascinated to see how he attacks Alex, who has been a top 5 defensive user for as long as I've been in the league. I'm really interested to see kind of that matchup, Cam's offense versus Alex's defense, because Alex is going to move the ball. We know this.
Yeah. Let me turn this up. It might be a little too loud. We'll go down to there. Okay. Yeah, and I think I'm pretty interested as well to see to see, what Alex is going to do. Obviously, we know he's been a guy that is, kind of a perennial playoff contender, fringe playoff contender pretty much every season, but really for quite some time hasn't been able to find it, but probably has one of the better rosters that he started with in a while, if I'm remembering correctly, with these Cowboys. And so we'll see what happens as we've got the first snap here. Dak Prescott under center in a tight formation here. Couple of audibles. And off Tony Pollard. No, not Tony Pollard. Khalil Herbert. Sorry. Did not realize that trade happened. Khalil Herbert. Stuff for -2. And then we've got Ben versus Dirk Diggler, a.k.a. Tim, on the right side here. Getting underway.
Well, I can tell you this, it is not a trade, it is an injury. Tony Pollard, first practice of the year.
Wow.
Alex practices backups, and Tony Pollard got a game injury, so we will not see Pollard in this game.
Hey, Madden, EA's back right there. Like, that's Madden for you, baby. Backups and your starter gets injured, we're all the way back. Prescott, another litany of audibles, and I tell you what, as you were saying, that Cam defense is very good, very viable. Cam consistently has a good defense, consistently has a good run game, but the pass game is where he lacks. So far, the Cowboys looking very uninspired on offense so far.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, Cam to me is the single most underrated defensive user in the league. No one really ever talks about it because all they talk about is his run game, but he can get stops on defense. Like, it's another reason why I'm kind of higher on him than I think the league is in this Madden.
Past the Gallup, but 3rd and 12, not enough because that is only gonna be a gain of 6, 8, 6, 8. And that's gonna force a punt as he goes to the zoomed out view. IMO, I hate that. I hate when people do that. But if you're, if you're one of those people, go, that's fine. But let's just punt how the game intends. The view we if you're gonna play in that view, play the whole game in that view. Don't just punt in that view.
Pull Dahootie. I mean, I respect Dahootie. He at least plays the whole game in that view. But it's the first play of the Panthers season. They rushed it outside with Miles Sanders. Goes for gain 2. But yeah, I've never liked that. Never made that clear in BLN streams.
As I have no clue who that quarterback is. Was that say Badgent?
Sure, it's someone I've never heard of. Yeah.
Did Cam just find some random guy that's like?
Cam mentioned he's a 50-something overall. Ooh, a dot. Almost intercepted in the Atlanta game. Sorry, I'll stop. Like
no. This is red zone.
Yeah, he's got a 50-something overall quarterback. He traded Saquon. I don't know who his running back is now, but he's immediately kind of tearing the offense down to the studs here before season 1 even starts.
in Cam fashion, he loves.
Cam fashion, yes.
Doing some creative things with his team. That's going to see critical 3rd downs on both here. We'll see Bryce Young quickly goes to Chenault, and that's a 1st down. Chenault might be the one person that's over 90. I can't remember, but as Cam, that's going to be a risky throw. Oh! He finds a receiver, but incomplete. Badgett somehow able to get that in, as we're going to see back-to-back punts here in Dallas and New York. Panthers, on the other hand, moving.
A hot one out of Badgett, but going to the Panthers game, really nice catch in coverage. And I've seen, I personally have not been very successful with seam routes in this Madden. It seems like, try to lead it even a little bit, it'll sail 10 yards to the left, 10 yards to the right. But there, I mean, Tim and Bryce Young, the rookie in his first NFL start, able to hit it.
As Bryce Young and these Panthers still moving the ball quite well. Dallas with their 2nd drive coming here. We'll see who snaps first. Oh, snap basically at the same time. Nothing much in the Panthers. Alex able to get that to Brandon Cooks for a gain of 8. 2nd and 2 and 2nd and 6 in these 2 games.
Yeah, it's kind of a classic rollout, levels concept of the intermediate crosser, and then the flats is a dump off if you want it there. Immediately hits the dump off. We know, Alex he really doesn't have much of an intermediate passing game. It's either a check down or a bomb. You know, that was really his entire passing offense in Madden 23, and so far that's been the case in Madden 24.
Yeah. I agree with you there. I think that's, if he could find that, 15 to 25 yard pass, I think he would be, one of the top tier users. Is Deuce Vaughn, the short little guy, able to find, maybe using some of that small frame to find a hole there within the offensive lineman, able to pick up a big game. 1st and 10. Tim still pressing over here in not in Carolina, but in Atlanta. Herbert, 4 rushes. Go ahead.
Yeah, Alex generally, in my opinion, doing a solid job of finding the holes so far. I haven't really seen him miss anything. The problem is this Cam defense. I don't know if it's because he's hitting right trigger too fast, but they're getting sheds. I mean, it looks like holes are there, and then it just closes up super quick.
Ooh, looked like it could have been a pick over in Carolina. Yeah. Able to complete that one. 2nd and 8. Goes to a screen. Oh, able to get loose. It looked like he was gonna get. Oh, breaks one. Ooh, breaks one tackle, then gets a weird animation, falls backward, 3rd and inches. At the beginning of that screen, to me, it looked like, oh, and that dot by Tim to the Bengals legend, Hayden Hurst.
I believe is the first touchdown of Madden 24 Better League officially. So someone clip it off. That was a hot one. Because the streak on the right side was also open. That's where I thought he was going to go, but he lofted it perfectly over that linebacker. And I was someone who was doubting Tim. I called him an easy mode merchant in the Better Cast about a week ago, but proving me wrong. Bryce Young with a succulent dot there to open up Madden 24.
Yeah, that was a hot one. Hayden Hurst, also former Falcon, former Bengal, former Falcon, so scoring against his old team. Dak Prescott, nowhere to go. Kayvon Thibodeau, 2nd and 23.
Yeah, Alex got to eat that. I mean, he's got to either step up in the pocket. Yeah, I mean, anything other than what he just did, he's got to do. Yeah, step up in the pocket, make it a more manageable sack, throw it away. That was rough.
I think that's something you see out of Alex too. Alex, Dan, some of these guys, they tend to just drop back a little too far at times. And I think that was the case right there. And then he realized that nobody was open and tried to scramble. But at that point, the edges were already sealed pretty much.
Now, here's a question from the Falcons' perspective. We ask it about Arthur Smith in real life. Now we're going to ask it about Ben. How is he going to utilize Bijan Robinson? Because you and I both know damn well, Cody, Ben would prefer to pass the ball 30, 35 times a game. That's just, when he's at his best, it is a pass-heavy offense. And I'm interested to see, how he's able to get Bijan kind of involved in the game here.
Yeah, I agree. We do see Bijan get the ball there and nothing. 2 rushes for 5 yards. I think that's just going to be a wrinkle that Ben's going to have to figure out. We just haven't seen Ben ever be a guy that has a confident run scheme. Maybe he pops one off on an inside zone or something like that. But he's never been a guy that we've seen go under center and have a good run game. And I think if he were able to do that, he'd be, he'd be even better. I think Ben's a user that, has had his flashes. He could, I think if he were able to figure that out, he'd be a playoff user. As he goes to Kyle Pitts, unlike the real life Falcons that never do that. And that's a first down.
Don't I know it, free Kyle Pitts. But that was a nice throw out of Ben. And to go back to what you're saying, even at Ben's peak in Madden's 2021, where he was making multiple Super Bowls 1-1, his running game was just never something you feared, ever. So like I said, damn.
Ooh.
That was scary. But I just, like I said, I'm just interested to see how he gets Bijan both in the running game and in the passing game, because we know how much of a threat he is there as well.
As Ritter, I don't know if that was a screen there. We'll see. Well, we don't see the thing there.
It was a slip screen that just got the left tackle just got in his way. It was one of those weird animations.
Yeah. Which I do I'm okay with. I feel like some people get kind of annoyed with, but I mean, back in the old days of Madden, if you called a slip screen, it was just open, 100% of the time. Whereas if you look at the real NFL, a lot of times D linemen just figure it out and they blow it up. So I do like that it's, you know, a bit of a coin flip on if that running back's gonna, you know, get out of there or not.
Yeah. It should work against blitzes, but yeah, too often I see it work against just stock zone coverage in a situation where, yeah, like you said, someone should recognize that it's coming and limit it.
RPO hands it off to Bijan. Bijan, plenty of room. Here we go. There it is. I like that wrinkle. Maybe it's that for Ben. Maybe it's adding in a bit of RPOs right there. Obviously, Ritter has a lot to prove, not only in the real life but in the better league. Has a couple good receiving options. Obviously, Drake London, Kyle Pitts. But yeah, maybe it's that RPO game as Jalen Hyatt trying to make something special happen, able to get 6 yards, 3rd and 9. As Bijan is that a crack toss. Does he have the speed to get there? Oh, gets 10 yards. That's 1st and goal. 2 yards are from the 2-yard line. Bijan getting loose here.
With respect to Ben for running a crack toss, I have seen them get nothing but just torn up and chewed up when I've tried to run them. But I'll shut up because Ben's running up fullback 5.
Is that Algier?
Believe so. Tyler Algier, who is, I guess, the fullback in this in this version of the Atlanta Falcons.
Tyler Algier doing what he did in real life, and that's taking touchdowns from Bijan Robinson. Saquon's on the Colts. So
yeah, he is on the Colts. I brought that up. I'm sorry if I said Saquon accidentally. He traded Saquon to the Colts. I don't know what for, but I do not know who his current running back is.
That happened recently? Because Alex says
there were so many trades.
Alex saying, yeah, just saw the chat earlier. My bad. Oh, I got you. Okay. I was gonna say I missed that one, but to be fully, transparent, when it comes to the early season trade shenanigans in BL, I opened the chat to clear the messages and then I closed the chat.
You have to. I mean, for your mental health, you have to. It's too much. It's too much to keep up with.
Dak Prescott not able to get that one. That was going to be a tough throw, crossbody, or running on to his left, crossbody throw.
Yeah.
Going to be a tough one. 2nd and 10. Bryce Young, plenty of time on the right side. Going to dump that down to Miles Sanders. Get about 5. No, it's going to be 4, 3rd and 6. Dak Prescott, as I said before, 2nd and 10. Halfback draw, nothing there. Khalil Herbert having a very efficient 6 rushes for 1 yard today.
Yeah, that's tough. Running a draw, which has more viability in this Madden than it has in the last couple, but still not the play I would have called there. Is just unable to get. I'm probably going for this if I'm if I'm Tim using my coach's decision here.
Yeah, I agree. It feels like he's been able to move the ball pretty, with ease for the most part. Dak, nothing there. Oh, gonna try a risky throw. Gets dropped. Could have been picked. That's high. That's an unfortunate drop right there because that pick looked like he could have had plenty of space to run, but gonna be punted regardless. Not sure what Alex saw there. Maybe he just didn't care because it was a an arm punt, even if it got picked.
Yeah. Yes, but also that's the situation. I'd like to see Dak hold on to that a little bit. It was a 3-man rush. He would have had all day in that pocket. No one was even close to getting a block shed. Hold on to the ball. See if someone can get loose. On that second cut, on that second, I guess, iteration of the route when the wide receiver starts doing whatever they want. That's a big thing that I would like to see more of from Alex in general. I think he struggled to do it Madden 23 as well.
Yeah, Ben showing that really unique defense here, trying to show Tim. Oh, maybe Tim didn't like it and he ended up just taking the flag and punting, or maybe that was a mistake. But I like what Ben showed there. He made it look like it was a man blitz, probably man aligned, but it was actually zone, little zone concept, which clearly fooled Tim enough to call too many hot routes, or purposely call too many hot routes. Whoa, there we go. Oh, does McBride have enough speed to get to the edge? Oh my goodness. Little RPO, or not RPO, sorry, read option. McBride needed just like maybe a bit more speed, and he's probably to the house there.
Yeah, fun play call there. Speed option, which you don't see a lot of We saw Morty run those a bit in Madden 21. Obviously, Tahuti runs those pretty much every Madden, but that was cool. I like that out of Cam.
Yeah, I think he's going to need some of these wrinkles with, you know, as Alex said in the chat, his high school team. That's going to be a screenplay, plenty of room. Tariq Cohen able to get 3 yards. Former Bear had a hard time battling injuries, but I just joined the Panthers. I think I saw a risky throw by Ritter.
It didn't end in a pick. Did you see how the Panthers DB like jumped that route? That was incredible.
Yeah.
He got like a speed burst.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Oh, risky throw by Cam there. Vander Esch was in the area. Darius Slayton, though, able to pick it up. 4 for 7, 38 yards. Nothing too impressive, but fairly efficient for Bagent.
The most important stat when it comes to Cam's passing game, 0 picks.
Yeah.
He is having a good passing game. Like, it's fine. It doesn't have to be explosive. Just don't fuck up and move the chains when you have to.
Let's see what Cam does. So, clearly Alex in a man blitz here. He brought his safety down, pressed his guys. Does he change the play at all, or does he like what he has? Looks like he might change something. Bagent takes the snap. Oh, risky throw into double coverage. That felt like just a premeditated read there.
Yeah. And those are the reads that Cam's got to cut out of his game. I say that as someone who also makes those reads, but you can have those, you know, pre-designed shot plays, but corner to the tight end and double coverage. I don't know if that's the way.
Bagent 2nd and 10. Takes the snap, has the drag, will go to the drag, or kind of the in route, as that's Scott. Picks up 7. Bijan Robinson trying to fight for some yards, only gets 2. Looks like that was a pass play. 2nd and 8. Tight games so far. That's what we like to see.
Two tight games for sure. Yeah, they've both been competitive. I was a little worried about the Alex Cam game, but Cam's holding his own.
Yeah, once again, showing a clear man blitz. If you're Cam here, you dial up your man beater if you have one. He's got one right there. Yep, there it is. Perfect, right there.
Yep,
that is exact. And so that's the problem, though. I think sometimes with Alex's defense is a lot. Like, I think if he were to able to add a wrinkle where, like, in that case, you think he's sending man, but he's got zone coverage out there. But a lot of times, if he's showing man, he's sending man. And you know, all you got to do is, okay, let me get this route out there, and one of them's gonna win, and you saw it there.
Yeah, man align against trips, like, yeah, someone's gonna be way out of position, and you're gonna have to use her to account for that. As we have a deep shot here in the Falcons game. Oh my goodness.
Wow. What? Mike Williams. All right. I mean, that was a questionable read, but Mike Williams makes a very big throw or big catch there. Not sure. Oh, booth review. Did he get his feet down?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Upheld. Yeah. Wow. Okay. That was. Oh, Drake London with an abdominal tear.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to derail. Did we turn off M factors?
Yes. So Alex did turn off M factors and decided he was going to let everyone complain about it. Wow. and then just let people be surprised that he turned them off. Big throw to Bellinger. First down.
I'm team Alex now. That was a much needed move, but yeah, we've seen 2, I would say, shaky reads out of Cam. Neither of them have resulted in picks, but in general, I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Obviously, key here in the red zone. Obviously want to put 7 on the board. Just as important, do not give Alex time to drive. You've got to feel like he's due for one of those deep bombs at this point. But I continue to be pretty impressed by Cam. As well, a little less impressed with that. Oh my God, life.
Scott. Oh. Oh, I need to see which one it's on. I don't know which one it's on.
Sometimes you just gotta go down. Okay, so did you see what happened in the Giants game?
Yeah. It's this one.
I need a soundboard, man. I don't even know how to do that.
Well, I've got a quite an expensive machine here, so.
Gotcha.
Not. I mean, it's probably Scott with the end around. Wow. What a cutback by Tyler Scott. Gets the handoff, realizes it's wide open in the middle of the field, and takes it to the hole. To the end zone. And does take it to the hole.
That's so demoralizing from a defensive perspective, especially like because Alex completely bit on that like that. I mean, and I've done that too. I did that in a preseason game. That's just unfortunate, but it's a boomer bust play that could have very easily been snapped for a loss of 5, but it worked out. The Red Sea parted, and Cam in the lead here in MetLife.
Yeah. It's always so interesting to me to see how people pick their plays. And Ben is one of these guys that it baffles me that he picks his play. Like he goes by play type, I think. So like, I don't know. That's just very see, look right now. So he's pass, run, option. He goes in there, and they just go in. Like, how would you like? You have to pay so close attention to each play, what formation it is. It's like, which maybe doesn't care. Maybe he's just like, oh, I like this inside zone, I'm picking it. But anyways,
I have never noticed that. It's really interesting. I don't think I could do that even if I tried. I wouldn't know where anything is.
Brandon Cooks able to get a first down. Oh, getting a little sticky. Oh, it's a big gain there. Tried to turn it upfield, not enough room. Runs out of bounds. Kyle Pitts getting involved early and often. And this one goes to Cooks again. Speaking of people getting involved early and often, Brandon Cooks getting involved once again.
Yeah, good play design there. Had a couple guys open, honestly. Took the underneath just to give shout outs to who all was in here. We got young Alex, we got Dan, we got Hootie, we got Alan, Lucky, Morty. Big shout to you. This is the first of many BLN productions, so get ready, ladies and gentlemen.
Dak Prescott drops back. Not much open. Good usering by Cam. And Dallas calls a timeout. Interesting. 3rd and 17. I would make the Giants use a timeout there. Does Alex feel that confident? Does Alex make you feel that confident about picking? Because surely 3rd and 17, Cam's going to call a timeout.
What we've seen so far.
Yeah, surely 3rd and 17, Cam's going to call a timeout because he's got all 3 and he thinks I can get this ball back. But if you don't get this first down, you
do all that just to immediately make a check down. And now Cam has all 3 timeouts with 37 seconds left. Well, and this is what I was saying in the better cast, and this is something that I'm gonna. Well, God, this is something that I'm gonna keep referring to is like. I think the biggest thing holding Alex back in Madden 21 and Madden 22 wasn't like knowledge of the game. It was odd game management decisions that I think we saw, frankly, a lot of with those Chiefs, especially. I think that's the big reason why he wasn't able to win a playoff game with those Chiefs, despite being pretty good and despite having a stacked team. But it's stuff like that where it's like it just sometimes seems like I won't say he's not thinking, but like sometimes he just goes very like counter to what you should do. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I get, I think he called a timeout after the first down play. I get that, but then taking a big sack on 2nd down with this little time left, I don't get calling the timeout there. As Cam, though, playing fairly conservative as well, 2 run plays back to back, leaving him, only with about 12 yards gained and now 18 seconds left and 1 timeout.
I expect a couple shot plays here. I expect they'll probably try to get into field goal range. I would hope that he'll eat a sack or throw it away if he's not open, but we will see. We will see.
Bagent goes, and that is, a 57 overall quarterback. And now Alex, 11 seconds left, 1 timeout, has an opportunity to get a field goal here.
Yep. I mean, that was going to happen at some point. I mean, QB accuracy in sim mode has been a pretty big storyline over the preseason. We've seen a lot of inaccurate passes, even from decent quarterbacks, honestly. It seems like it's only really like the star quarterbacks that are exempt from those. From Alex?
Yeah. He's got 11. Okay, now it's better. He put a. I was gonna say he had like 4 streaks when he needs like 10 yards. Okay.
That's a Connor Rice play call, baby.
Still wasn't.
I would run this.
Yeah, I'd run it and try to get down, try to get 5 yards and get down. Get down. Oh, wow. It's gonna, 56 yards. Okay, so that's probably doable. Yeah, that's.
He's making this. It's Madden.
Yeah. That kick is up, and it's good. 7-6, halftime. A fairly uneventful game, competitive one, but has been, very defensive led. Seems like two users that maybe really haven't found their offensive identity, whereas on the opposite side, this Panthers Falcons game looked like it was going to be a tight one, and as we see now, Ben just storming out to a lead.
Yeah, I do want to give Ben credit. Obviously, we've been talking about the Cowboys-Giants game more just because I guess it's the one we're both more interested in. But Ben's been playing really, really well, honestly. I've been impressed with what I'm seeing. He doesn't seem like... I've always thought, even, honestly, when he was a Super Bowl contender, there's a sort of, like, recklessness with his offense, right? Like, sometimes he'll just say, fuck it, and take that shot in double coverage, right? And I'm not really seeing that right now. Giants might get loose here. Okay, 13-yard game, but... I've been impressed with what I've seen by Cam. Like he'll take the check down when it's there. Obviously, we saw that one bomb to Mike Williams down the left sideline, which that was a risky read. But in general, like he's utilizing his weapons and he looks pretty solid.
And off to McBride. McBride fumbles. Wow, it's a play by Tyler Scott. It was like, and then the Panthers, Chenault got one man to beat, doesn't beat him, but big gain by the Panthers. They need this touchdown here. 54 seconds left. Can they use a bit of clock?
Yeah, I want to say, actually, I think Ben may have gotten the ball first, so we may see a potential like 2-for-1 situation here, but yeah, oh my God, McBride.
McBride, does he have the wheels? Has one man to beat. Oh, he gets a little sticky, and he's in the end zone.
It's on at your own risk, ladies and gentlemen. Cam just took some ankles.
Yeah, it's gonna be it. That's gonna be the tough decision and debacle. This entire Madden is: do you click on and get juked out, or do you not click on and get juked out?
Yeah, either way, some ankles are getting snatched. But Alex may have done the right thing there, may not have. I don't know. Either way, McBride finds himself in the end zone. Cam finally gets a chunk run play. It's been a while, and I do not like as he throws a pick. I hate the two play designs back to back from Bryce Young and from Tim.
Yeah.
I mean, he had like designed rollout plays where pretty much all of the receivers were standing in the same area of the field. That is not going to work.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I guess to refine what I said before, so I do think that's going to be an interesting part of this cycle. Is I think if you stay clicked on to your tackler, you have a you have a larger opportunity of someone getting sticky on you, quote unquote. But I think if you click off, you have that opportunity of people getting those stock jukes. So it's really going to be like when's the right time to stay clicked on, when's the right time to click off.
Yeah, I mean, what I've been experimenting with is, click on, you immediately strafe, you maybe like back up a couple yards, prevent them from getting on the first move, and then click back off. Now, sometimes the unfortunate part of that is sometimes you click off, the second time, and then the defender just stands there, and then you're like, well, I should have just launched a hit stick. But I've been experimenting with that a little bit. Obviously, my more demonic self, I'll just click on and launch 5 hit sticks. That is also part of my game, certainly.
Yeah, as you should.
As I should.
As Desmond Ridder and company getting the ball again, and the Cowboys facing a pretty pivotal 3rd and 4 here, almost halfway through the third quarter. Oh, risky read that one was pretty much right to the user, but not able to react in time as the Falcons continue to just move the ball with ease. Dak Prescott, PA boot. Nothing there. Kayvon Thibodeau with his second sack of the day.
I am very interested. Part of me wonders if we're going to hear, if Alex is going to like join us in the booth after the game. I'm very interested to hear about his offensive strategy, because it's a lot of boot plays, a lot of design rollouts. We're going to have legal contact there, but it's a lot of design rollouts and just like very, I won't say basic, very like predictable route concepts, where it's just like a bunch of crossers, where it's just like a basic, 2-level play. And I would like to see him get a little more creative with his.
Oh, good play call, good blocking. Go ahead and get out of bounds. Smart. Dak Prescott, 2 rushes, 24 yards.
Good change up there. I like that. And, even if Cam Switch is on conservative, that's one fewer guy to run against with his inside zones. So you take those.
Bijan Robinson not able to get space there. Tries the spin move, doesn't work. But as we talked about pregame, we said, what is Ben going to do with Bijan Robinson? Is he going to add that wrinkle? Is he going to be able to run the ball? I think I just saw he has 71 rushing yards. I mean,
oh my God.
Wow, almost got blocked there. But 71 rushing yards. If Ben's able to get 100, close to a 100-yard rusher, he could be a problem, not only for the NFC South, but for maybe the NFC in general.
Just need to make the defense respect it, right? That's never gonna be the focus of Ben's game. He's just not that guy. But if you make them respect it, if you make them, respect you and bring some more bodies into the box, that opens up Kyle Pitts, that opens up Drake London, that opens up your whole passing game. Excuse me. I mean, I think a big problem for him is that guys can just come out in dime and dollar, and not to brag, I have won a Super Bowl against this man. You come out in dime and dollar all game, because even if he gets you on a couple inside zones, he's not going to it consistently, right? You can be like, okay, take your 10-yard run, because I'm more prepared for your 35, 40 passes a game. If you can just get Bijan to the point where guys have to respect him, come out in more base concepts, your 4-3s, your nickels, that could really make Ben quite a formidable user here, like you said, in the NFC.
Yeah. Bryce Young, bad read there. Jesse Bates, ex-Bengal, new Falcon, with his first pick. I believe he had 2 against the Panthers in real life. Gets 1 there.
Say, yeah, had a great game in real life, yeah.
Dak Prescott, 3rd and goal. Very big 3rd down here. Great defense. Nothing open.
Oh, no.
And he takes a sack and fumbles it. Nobody picks it up. Oh, but Dak able to get his own fumble. Khalil Herbert, injured. There might only be one running back left on this team.
Running back goes down.
And once again, the Dallas Cowboys settling for a field goal. This is becoming danger territory right now for the Cowboys. Ooh, risky read.
Dislocated elbow too.
Oh, yeah, he's probably going to be gone. Risky read by Desmond Ridder there, but that was a D tackle in zone coverage. So pretty safe throwing that one.
Yeah, good. I mean, who knows if that was recognition of the D tackle or not, but if it was, good recognition to target the D tackle there. And yeah, I mean, not to sound like a broken record, I continue to be impressed by Ben. I think he's easily, not even close, been the most impressive user of the 4, at least on offense so far.
Yeah. Ben looks like he knows what he wants to do. He's moving the ball very efficiently. I think you made a comment about this before. We feel a bit bad that we haven't necessarily been honing in on what he's been doing, but it's because he's been so efficient that it's like, it's almost like, oh yeah, look, he's moving the ball. So it's not for lack of respect. More so, it's been, yeah, look, it's been, the respect is fully there of how well he's been moving the ball.
Absolutely. And on the other end, Tim had a really good first drive, made a couple nice reads. Has done not a lot since then, unfortunately, through the air around the ground. It's not like he's like fucking up consistently. He just isn't, like, every 3rd down, it feels like he's getting stopped. Every deep opportunity he has just isn't hitting. And that's unfortunate. Is RB is open, he will get RB. And I realize I'm ahead of you, so I'll stop doing that. But
no, that's all right.
Again, Ben has just been clearly the more efficient, the better user.
Oh, it's Badgett. No. Oh, I don't know if Cam maybe wasn't able to get a possession catch or if it was just too tight. Wan'Dale Robinson drops that, but not able to get that right there. Is that gives the Dallas Cowboys a little bit of life here, as a little bit of room. Looked like maybe it was going to be able to bust that one for big, but First and 10 from the 38. Can the Cowboys get a touchdown?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like from Cam's perspective, you know, he's the quote-unquote underdog going into this game. I think we would both agree with that. You gotta, like, when you have the opportunity to, you gotta put your foot on Alex's neck. Like, you go up multiple possessions, make him panic, you know, make him kind of question himself. Oh, what a tackle animation. I don't know what I just saw, but that was crazy. But it's he's letting Alex hang around here, despite Alex, you know, having a questionable offensive game himself, and we'll see if it comes back to bite Cam. We will see.
Handoff, Deuce Vaughn, plenty of room, cuts it in. Oh, not able to get out there. I don't know. I think that was Cooks, a smaller wide receiver, wasn't able to. As Chenault probably gonna house this one. Does it? Oh no, number 3 able to get him. Not enough real wheels by Chenault there. But no, I agree with you. I think there's a couple users in this league. Really, honestly, Cam, Alex come to mind. You know, right away, where it's like if you let them hang around, they're gonna be just like really tough teams to beat. Which is, I think, why we see, you know, such an interesting 9-14 battle here, is because they both kind of have that just like gritty defensive, like, you know, run the ball, use clock type of play style. And I think that's what you're seeing in this game a little bit. It's just like very conservative kind of play style.
If I may, your force in the chat.
Put your force in the chat.
Yelling season is over. I have roommates now. Can't be doing that. But yeah, I completely agree with pretty much everything you just said. They're both very conservative. I mean, Alex not so much. He'll set up his bombs, but I think fundamentally they're both pretty conservative users in terms of their decision making. There have been a couple of fourth downs now. Obviously, the key one was the 4th and 1, I think, early in the game, back in the first quarter. That 4th and 5, maybe you can understand Cam hunting away, especially with Alex having struggled on offense so far. But a couple of situations where I maybe would have liked to see some more aggression out of Cam, especially, you know, as I keep saying, as the underdog in this game. But it's a situation where I think you really just kind of got to take the game by the throat. He had a nice cut stick there, but he has not done that, and again, we'll see if it comes back to bite him. The good thing is, no matter what Alex does here, he knows he's going to have time to come back, so he can be in a situation where he is the one with the ball last.
Oh, late flag. Is that a late hold? Oh, that's tough. We hate to see those. We hate to see those right there. Yeah, we had Damian Lewis gets injured. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys are dropping like flies right now, folks.
It's rough. We got 2 running backs down. I think
one of his,
I forget who. One of his D linemen went down. Oh, a nice QB wrap here.
Oh,
look at that blocking, ladies
and gentlemen. Wow, Michael Gallup. I mean, that was hot. And you know, of all of the things that is working well for this Cowboys offense, not much, but the well-timed quarterback runs have been a very bright spot. As Deuce Vaughn able to find the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Yep, we've tried, he's tried 2 halfback draws this game already. Neither of them worked, able to get block shots there. I mean, again, the Red Sea parts. And for the first time all game, Alex has the lead.
Yeah, and it is, well, I'll wait to say what I'm going to say until Bryce Young, good throw there. Big gain, Devin Duvernay, newest acquisition. Zig route, Gallup, 2-point conversion, up 3. But as we were saying before, Alex is one of those guys, you let him hang around, he will make a play. Cam, you know, wasn't able to have that killer instinct in the 3rd quarter, but now going to need a little bit of juice to get back on top.
Yeah, I mean, Alex is a good user. You know, you can't assume that he's going to, you know, kind of stay mediocre on offense for too long. He's able to do so. Again, the good thing, you know, and this helps Cam's run-heavy style. He still has time. You know, you don't need to go pass-heavy yet. He still has time, but all of a sudden, I mean, the scoreboard pressure is on him, which we have not seen yet all game, and I'm very curious to see how he adapts to those with an RPO. That's that RPO read flat wheel, isn't it? That sometimes breaks big.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Out of open flex close, I think.
Oh, okay, sure yeah.
I say that because the tight end wheel out of that play this Madden seems like it gets open like pretty consistently unless you user it. Didn't go to it, obviously.
Also, put your fours in the chat for the Carolina-Atlanta game.
Oh my god.
Badgett with a dot right there to McBride. McBride having a big game. Bryce Young with a dot. Back-to-back dots, 4th and 2. Fourth quarter, I assume Carolina's going to go for this here.
Don't love this. Don't love this decision out of 10, unless he's like conceding the game. I get that yes, this brings it to a 2-possession game, but man.
Yeah, interesting. Field goal. Okay. All right. Well, there's that.
Yeah. My fellow analytics heads out there, I don't think the analytics would support that one. I'll just say that. But it's okay. We move.
Hand off to McBride. McBride able to fight forward. 12 rushes for 111 yards. I believe he's got some in the air as well.
Mm-hmm. We've seen a more balanced offensive attack from Cam than I was expecting. You know, I think we've got about the same amount of passes and rushes. It seems like he's really trying to have that kind of 50-50 balanced ratio, which I don't know if that's sustainable over the course of the season, but it's not a bad way if you want to like prevent someone from just stacking the box against you, having like 7-8 in there. I've seen worse offensive approaches for sure.
Clear man defense here, but might have room with an inside zone, able to, you know, like looks like a linebacker's pinch in. Is going to go with a run though. Not much there. Please throw it away. Does get it off.
Yep. That was a little ward there.
Yeah, same. Oh, he's Desmond Ridder. Ooh, bad throw there. Desmond Ridder, efficient game though. I think I just saw 200 plus yards, 16 for 22, 1 touchdown.
Yes.
Badgett. Yes. Not much there. Wisely throws that one away as well. Has a receiver in the area, so he's not going to get intentional grounding.
Yeah, I mean, Cam has saved the drive there with 2 good throwaways, which I know that sounds like a small praise, but there are a lot of guys who would have eaten 1 or both of those sacks, including maybe me. So way to kind of keep things manageable here if you're Cam, because no one was open on either of those plays.
3rd and 10. He's at the 40. Do you think about running this ball here?
Running it, maybe taking your 3.
Yeah.
Or if it's 4-down territory, you go for.
He's gonna pass it. Goes for a quick out, which is kind of similar to just doing an inside zone. I assume Cam's gonna take his 3 here, and trust his defense. Yeah.
Fake field goal. Does he have cojones?
I would say if anyone's got the cojones to do it, it's Cam.
Says I'm on BLM on a show, but yeah, I mean, the Atlanta-Carolina game is well and truly over with a field goal here, so I'm going to kind of shift my focus purely to the Dallas-New York game. But this has been a very interesting and very entertaining game. I don't think either user is going to be especially thrilled with how they've played on offense, especially Alex, truth be told. But it's been you can see flashes of both of them kind of trying to establish their offensive identity. Obviously, week 1, season 1, there's a lot of development for both of these guys. They'll get there, but it's been kind of fun to see the chess match between the two. Say. Especially with Alex now, his 3rd string halfback. It's fun.
I agree. Which, to your point, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the one game here since we know what we got.
Say less.
We know, unless something absolutely drastic happens in that other game.
Yeah.
We know it's going to happen. So let's go ahead and get this one full screen in all of its glory for the people. Dak Prescott under center, or no, sorry, not under center. Shotgun goes to Deuce Vaughn again. That's Alex's offense, right? It's a dump off or it's a deep shot.
Yep.
Is Cam going to be able to dial up a defense to counter that?
Like hit a dig for me one time, Alex. Come on, baby. But no, yeah, it's you got to know that the flat's the first read there, especially with that kind of trip bunch looks, you know there's going to be someone leaking out to the flats. That will be his first read. If not, then the 15, 20-yard corner over there on the left side. Cam just didn't see it, didn't respect it, and yeah, that's an easy first down.
Hand off to Vaughn. Oh, good tackle. Looked like that was going to be a pretty big gain, but able to only stop him for a gain of 3.
Just under 2 minutes left. All 3 timeouts. All you need to do is get a field goal range. I don't know if ice kicking is any harder in this Madden. If it's not, then Alex should be just fine.
Another halfback draw.
That is a risky play call, but
yeah, I don't. Maybe it's something he's been labbing with the halfback draw. That feels a little even weird saying that coming out of my mouth.
If you do it once, maybe on a 3rd and long or something, but like I don't know. That's the 4th draw now. I don't know if you want to make that a staple of your offense.
Dak Prescott gets hit. Oh, throws an absolute dot to Brandon Cooks.
I thought that was going to throw out a sack. Wow.
Yeah.
A hot one from Dak Prescott under all sorts of pressure.
Cooks game is going live. That's fair. I will say to the good people of Better League, I am going to be done after this one. So I don't know if Connor wants to keep going, but on his own broadcast. But I'm not here all night. I am a married man now. So
very fair. Very fair. I'll do it, but if I do it, I'm probably going to stick to only one game. I'm not going to do the red zone thing, so I will see what it's looking like.
Who's Kook playing?
I don't know. Let me see.
See, I can click on it too and see.
Kook is playing Devil.
Oh, he's playing Byron. Yeah, I don't feel any need to stream that. No disrespect, but
damn. Cody just called you both irrelevant. How does it feel?
As this game, Alex has done exactly what Alex does. If you let him hang around, all of a sudden he's in field goal range to seal the game. But if you're Cam right now, you need to just try to play good enough defense to where this is, well,
let him score. Honestly, let him score.
Yeah, I would have dove.
Or not. Yeah.
I would have dove for sure. Because you're just not missing, even if it's a nice kick, you're just not, I mean, you're hoping for a block animation, which I think do maybe happen more on those iced kicks, but now you got to hope he doesn't get a touchdown because 17 seconds left. Good. Oh, big hit there. I don't know if he's on conservative or not.
That hit stick worried me a bit. Yeah.
Looks like maybe that hit stick might have worried Alex as well. He said, let me go ahead and take my field goal. Going to call timeout here. I believe we will see a field goal call and then a timeout out of the Giants. Bada bing, bada boom. And then is there a block in this Giants team? Much different than the Dallas New York game in real life. This one just a defensive, gritty, low-scoring battle. Kick.
Your block's an only hope here because he ain't missing this.
No animation. That kick is up. That kick is good. It might have actually had enough time, though.
1 second left, yeah. Do we see a miracle here?
Interestingly enough, did have enough time. That kick went through the uprights just a bit too quick.
Do we see a Braxton Berrios moment here on BLN?
Tariq Cohen. I think we're going to see him take it. No. Interesting. I would return it.
I would have taken that out.
Yeah, I return
I don't
it.
see how you're getting 75 yards here.
Yeah, I think you have a much better opportunity returning a kick than chucking up a 75-yard heave.
Yeah.
With a 57 overall quarterback.
He's 70 yards deep. I love that.
Lateral it. Yes.
Hell yes. This is the
Oh, Alex dives down. I would have went for the end zone. Well, good games all
Respect.
around. I assume. Let's just pop over just to be sure about this Ben Tennant game to see if they're still alive.
Yeah, might as well.
Something tells me that
Ben,
game
he's up 20 with a minute left. He's fine.
up 20 with a minute left. The game's just buffering over and over for me for some reason too.
Yeah, it's a 30-10.
30-10. So there it is, folks. About what we expected, probably. You know, maybe that that Dallas Giants game, or sorry, Cowboys Giants game, a little bit closer than we assumed it was going to be. I think we all thought Cam would put up a good fight, but that Alex would pull away. But yeah, we saw there that pretty clearly that Cam might have a nice little scheme, either that or maybe it's a little shakiness out of Alex.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're Cam, you know, you take some kind of positive checkpoints away from this. Your passing game, although not explosive, was efficient enough to not kill you. And again, I think that's what Cam's goal should be in the passing game. McBride, also, I would have liked to see McBride get more touches. I think only had something like 12, 13 carries versus, you know, his QB, his name I'm going to butcher all cycle, had something like 20 throws, which I don't know if that's the ratio you want, especially in a game that was, you know, a one-possession game the whole time. But I think you take away that you can run on Alex. I think the one thing, and Cody, you said it, I said it, is a couple situations where I would have liked to see a bit more aggression from Cam in terms of game management. Again, you gotta know that Alex is not going to continue fucking up all game. He's got some drives in him, he's got some dots in him, and even if you do feel confident in your defense, you got to kind of understand what the dynamic is, understand what the deal is. Take a couple risks, take the game on your own terms. Don't wait for Alex to give it to you.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Weird drop there in this Atlanta game, but this Atlanta game is pretty much all she wrote. But ladies and gentlemen, it was a wonderful red zone. It was, you know, maybe not as many games as we thought. We had 2 games, but that's fine. That's fine. 2 games at the start. We're at Better League's here. We're here. We're live. We're active. I'm sure we're gonna get more than a handful of streams to come. We might see, I'm not going to promise anything to you all. We might get a Connor stream here after this. But for me... you going to say something?
Yes, I was going to say yes, I am. I will be doing the Lucky Steal game.
He will be doing... That'll be... I certainly will be tuning into that game as I'm laying in bed. But I was up at like 6 a.m. this morning. And your boy's going to be hitting the hay. So... I appreciate you, Connor. Appreciate everyone for coming in. 9 viewers. Listen, don't close out of your browser. Connor's going to be back live here in just a little bit here on Better League Network. You're not going to see my face anymore. You're not going to hear my voice anymore, but you're going to hear a much better voice here shortly. So thank you all. I appreciate it. I am out. Goodbye.